Conservative Party Member of Parliament has asked for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to forfeit their royal titles after the first edition of the couple's new series aired this morning. Under a deal agreed in 2020, Harry and Meghan are still known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They kept their HRH prefix, His Royal Highness and Her Royal Highness, but said they would no longer actively use the titles. The series, named Harry and Meghan, saw its first 3 episodes appear on the streaming service Netflix at 8 a.m. Since their Netflix show attacks the Queen's Commonwealth legacy and labels the UK racist, some people, including Member of Parliament Bob Seely, have called for Harry and Meghan to lose their royal status in order to prevent them from monetizing their titles through aggressive and unbelievable attacks on the country. Since 2017, Seely has represented the Isle of Wight in Parliament. He has informed the Daily Mail that he plans to introduce a private member's bill that would allow the Privy Council to demote them. Today, the couple utilized the leverage of their $100 million contract with the streaming giant to take new shots at the British royal family and the United Kingdom. As part of their deal, the privacy-conscious couple have handed over a trove of pictures and video from their relationship, including the moment Harry proposed in 2017 and filming himself in the VIP lounge at Heathrow as he emigrated in March 2020. The first 3 episodes contain a series of wild words that will upset his father King Charles III, including Harry's claim that there is a huge level of unconscious bias in the royal family, with reference to Princess Michael of Kent wearing an offensive blackamoor-style brooch in front of his wife at Buckingham Palace. There is also a suggestion that the UK is racist and more obsessed with race than the US, with Meghan declaring that she wasn't really treated like a black woman until she came to Britain. The show also brands the Queen's much-loved Commonwealth Empire 2.0, while other claims are made that nothing has changed from the UK's colonial past, and Brexit supporters are accused of being racist and having horrible views. To change the royal couple's status, legislation would amend the 1917 Titles Deprivation Act that was used to remove honors such as peerages from enemies who supported German aggression in the First World War. The Isle of Wight MP said the couple were monetizing their titles with aggressive and unbelievable attacks on the royal family in Britain. Backbench bills rarely become law, but Mr. Seely said presenting the proposals to the House will be a start. If this guy hates the royals so much, what is he doing parading and using his titles? Mr. Seely said. If Harry and Meghan had integrity and wanted to practice what they preach, if they think the royal family is so awful, why do they use royal titles when it benefits them? Mr. Seely added, I do think it is the decent thing for them to do to voluntarily give up their titles. If they don't, I think there are various people trying to put down bills helping them to do that. Separately, Labour's Rachel Maskell is putting forward similar legislation targeting the Duke of York. Mr. Seely said, the way that Harry and Meghan are going, the idea that you can sit there and monetize your misery, monetize your royal status by attacking the royal family, I'm sorry, I think something has got to give. It is just very sad for them that they are parading their deep sense of victimhood when I think actually they are remarkably privileged people. Rather than telling people how miserable they are, they should be actually helping others. I don't for 1 second believe that the royal family is racist. I think it is highly dishonest and really quite unattractive to claim that. I suspect it is to justify their Netflix deal. They have not got much to say. What they have said before. So they are just saying the same thing in a more aggressive and frankly unbelievable way. I don't believe a word of it. I think so many people in this country are getting fed up with them and how they use their royal status to make tens of millions of dollars. According to the Daily Mail, another senior Tory said, Meghan needs to get this massive chip off her shoulder. The world has a problem with racism. Every country has a problem with racism, every single country. The UK is no exception. It is a problem in the UK that is becoming increasingly less. We have Rishi Sunak as PM. It seems to me that she has been walking around, and Harry too, actively looking to interpret things from a racist angle when actually they may well not have been racist. For Harry to talk about racist Britain and a racist royal family, if they were racist they wouldn't have allowed him to marry her. He himself went into exile. They have opted to bow out of royal life, but it is ironic that they are making their money by trashing the very institution they have walked away from. They should try to make their money without involving the royal family. Nigel Farage also joined the criticism, branding Harry and Meghan despicable after their bombshell Netflix documentary suggested Brexit contributed to the racism experienced by the Duchess. The former UKIP leader, 58, took to social media to give his verdict following the release of the first 3 of 6-hour-long episodes, which were dropped by the streaming giant at 8 a.m. on Thursday. He accused the Sussexes of labeling 52% of Brits bad, racist people, after one of the episodes said it created a perfect storm for jingoism and nationalism, and gave people with really horrible views more strength and confidence. Meanwhile, Downing Street also pushed back against the efforts to link Brexit to racism. Asked about Prince Harry's comments about the EU referendum, the Rishi Sunak's official spokesman said, "I haven't put those specific points to the Prime Minister, but the British people made a decision, a democratic decision, which the government has enacted based on taking control of things like our borders and our laws, which again, we have delivered." Mr. Farage said, "Well, perhaps no great surprise that Harry and Meghan choose to use Brexit as one of the causes of the terrible racism that was put against them. They draw on extreme left-wing historians, they draw on fake news headlines from The Guardian and elsewhere, and what they're really saying is that 52% of Prince Harry's country of birth are bad, racist people." He said the series was, in the short term, all about making money, dissing the royal family and the United Kingdom, adding, and in the long term, giving a political platform on which Meghan can launch her career in the USA. He said the couple are nothing short of despicable over their behavior towards the royal family. Tory MP Michael Fabricant also weighed in, accusing the Sussexes of recycling the ignorant trope that all Brexiteers are racists. Mr. Fabricant told the Daily Mail, "It is a common and ignorant trope that people who voted for Brexit did so out of racism. Most did so because they believed in the importance of sovereignty for our 1,000-year-old nation. You would have thought Prince Harry would have had some sense of history, but I guess not. Instead, he chooses to make ill-informed comments based on his own prejudices rather than any basis of facts." The original Netflix series is a joint project with Harry and Meghan's company, Archwell Productions. The 6-part docuseries is the first production to result from a deal that was reportedly signed in 2020 with the streaming service. The first episode opens with the message, "This is a first-hand account of Harry and Meghan's story, told with never-before-seen personal archive," and sees the couple give insight into how they met and the initial stages of their relationship.